Question number 2. E and F are points on the sides PQ and PR. So E and F are these points, and we have to check whether EF is parallel to QR or not. And for that, whenever we have to check whether the line is parallel or not, we have to use the converse of BPT. So here we'll take the help of converse of BPT. If it satisfies, then we'll say that EF is parallel to QR. So let us start the first part. In triangle PQR, in triangle PQR, so we'll find the ratio of the two parts which the line EF divides. So P over EQ, P over EQ equal to, that is 3.9 over 3. So that will be equal to 1.3. So that is the question number 1. Now we'll find the ratio of the other two parts on the side PR. So that will be PF by FR equal to, what is PF? 3.6. FR is from here, first part, so that is 2.4. So 2.4, and both can be divided by, both the numerator and denominator can be divided by 1.2. So 3.6 divided by 1.2 is 3, and 2.4 divided by 1.2 is 2, and 3 by 2 is 1.5. So we know that 1.3 is not equal to 1.5. Therefore, what we can say that PE by EQ is not equal to PF by FR. That means this line is not dividing these two parts, that is P and EQ and PF and FR, in the same ratio. Therefore, we can say that the converse of BPT will not be applicable here, and so EF will be not parallel to QR. Therefore, EF is not parallel to, this is the symbol for parallel, just cancel it out. So EF is not parallel to QR. Now let us go in the second part. Second part we are having here, the second part. Same figure will not change, but the values of P and QE will change. Also PF and RF are different. So in triangle PQR, in triangle PQR we have, so in the same way as earlier one, we'll find the ratio of P and EQ. So P over EQ, PE over EQ equal to, what is P? 4. Q is 4.5, and that can be written as 40 by 45. And both the numerator and denominator can be divided by 5. So we can write as 8 into 5 and 5 into 9. So 5 and 5 cancel out. The answer is 8 by 9, and that will be question number 1. Now let us find the ratio of the other two parts, that is PF and RF. PF over RF equal to, PF over RF equal to 8 by 9. So this is the second one. And now you all can see that this is the value of the first one. This is P by EQ, it is 8 by 9. Second one also we are getting 8 by 9. So from 1 and 2, what we can say that the ratio of P by EQ and PF by RF are equal. So therefore, from 1 and 2, what we can say, PE by EQ, PE by EQ, PE by EQ equal to PF by RF. Therefore, we can say that EF is parallel to QR by converse of BPT. So this is the answer of the second part, by converse of BPT. This third part you all will practice on your own, same way you have tried. Now let us go in question number third one. Question number 3. In figure 6.18, this is figure 6.18, LM is parallel to CB. So this is LM and this is CB. So here we will take triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, what is given to us, LM is parallel to CB. LM is parallel to CB. Therefore, we have, so what we can here, we'll see the left hand side of the given equation, that is AM by AB. So that is what we'll take. We have AM by AB equal to, so the corresponding part of AM is AL in the triangle ABC. So equal to AL over the corresponding part of AB is AC. So AL by AC. So this, though this is not the BPT, but this is the extension of basic property of theorem. So you have to remember that this is the extension of BPT, that is basic property theorem. So this is equation number 1. Now we will go again in the other side. We will see that what is given to us is ln is parallel to CD. ln. So this is our ln and this is CD. So that is what we will write. In triangle, what is the triangle here? You can see there is ADC. In triangle ADC, ln is parallel to CD. Therefore, from the figure you can see that here, what is the corresponding side of AL? The corresponding side of AL is AN. Therefore, AL by, or let us take the other way around. Let us see the right hand side of the given equation. What is that? AN by AD. So we will take AN. Therefore, AN by AD equal to, now from the figure you can see what is the corresponding side of AN, that is AL. AL, and what is the corresponding side of AD? Is AD whole. So other side will take the whole side, that is AC. AC, and give it equation number 2. Therefore, from 1 and 2, here also what we have done is we have applied the extension of basic proportionality theorem. Now from 1 and 2, you can see that the right hand side of 1 is AL by AC, and the right hand side of second equation is also AL by AC. So both are equal. So from 1 and 2, we can say that AM by AB equal to AN by AD. So this is the proof. A very simple one. Now let us go in question number 4th one. So we'll go in 4th one now. Question number 4. So this is our 4th one. In here 4th one, what is given to us is DE is parallel to AC. So this is our DE, and that is parallel to AC. So if you see the figure carefully, we can see that the triangle which is here, that is ABC. So in triangle ABC, DE is parallel to AC. Therefore, corresponding side of BD is in the triangle ABC, where D is parallel line. D is parallel, that is BE. So therefore, we will write BD over DA equal to corresponding part of BD is BE. So BD by BE, and corresponding part of DA is EC. So DA, corresponding part of DA will take as EC. So the ratio we'll get is BD by DA equal to BE by EC. So this is our first part. Now let us go in the other triangle, that is in triangle DF and where is DF and AE. So let us first erase this one. So this is our DF, and this is AE. So the triangle which we will have to take is, this is the triangle. That is, we have to take the triangle ABE. So in triangle ABE, DF is parallel to AE. Therefore, by BPT, here also we can write down the same. Therefore, by BPT, we have, so what we are having, the here on in equation number 1, we have to see that what is on the left hand side, is BD by DA. So let us, BD is a part of this triangle, so we can take BD here. So BD by, same ratio, will take BD by DA. equal to, now what is the corresponding part of BD, and the line is this parallel is, this time it is DF, so this is the DF. So what is the corresponding part? That is BF. And DA, corresponding part of DA is FE, so BF by FE. Let it be question number 2. Therefore, from 1 and 2, you can see what is the left hand side of 1, that is BD by DA. What is the left hand side of 2, that is BD by DA. Both are equal. Since the left hand side of equation 1 and 2 are equal, therefore we can say that the right hand side should be also equal. Therefore, from 1 and 2, what we are getting is BE by EC equal to BF over FE. So this is what we have to prove. Question number 5. In the figure 6.20, this is the figure, DE is parallel to OQ. So where is DE? This is DE. And this is OQ. So that means the triangle involved here is POQ. So in triangle POQ, DE is parallel to OQ. Therefore, by BPT, what we can say that the corresponding part of P is on the other side, that is, see that figure carefully, that is the triangle POQ. The corresponding part of P is PD. Therefore, by BPT, PE over EQ is equal to, corresponding part of P is PD, corresponding part of EQ is DO. So this is our equation number 1. Now the other parallel lines given to us is DF is parallel to OR. So where is DF? So this is our DF and OR. So this time what is the triangle we are taking? POR. So in triangle POR, DF is parallel to OR. Therefore, what we can say that now by BPT, therefore by BPT, PD here let's take the ratio PF over FR equal to the corresponding part of PF. See in the triangle POR, corresponding part of PF is PD. So this is the corresponding part of PF. So PD over corresponding part of FR in triangle POR is on the other side is DO. So PD over DO. Let it be question number 2. Therefore, from 1 and 2, what we can say? PE by EQ equal to PF by FR. So this is what we are getting, that is the ratio of this part PE and EQ is same as PF over FR. So we can say that EF is parallel to QR. So therefore by converse of BPT, we can say that EF is parallel. So here what we are getting is P over EQ equal to PF by FR. So we can say that by converse of BPT, EF is parallel to QR. So this is the proof.